Hello, Gaudi class. Today we have a geography lesson, and geography is looking at the world. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the continents. And you're going to say, Mrs. Gabella, we know the continents. And I know you do. So what we've got in the link below is a video of what the Earth looks like from the ISS. So as it flies over, you can see the continents and the oceans from inside the ISS. So that's a really fun video to watch. Have a look at that one. Now, the ISS is 250 miles above us. That's not actually an enormous amount. It's apparently as long as driving from London to Cornwall. So it's not incredibly far. We can't see the whole of the continents from space, which just shows you how big they really are. Or we can't see them from the ISS, which shows you how big they are. So from the moon you can. So this is a view from the moon of Earth. You can see the oceans and the continents, but you can't see that from the ISS because the ISS isn't far away enough for the Earth to be small enough to see. You know how something gets smaller the further away from it you are. So the ISS isn't far away enough. So we're going to look at the Earth's oceans and continents. Now, I'm sure you don't need a reminder, but I'm sure your parents would love to hear this song. So below there is also the link to our continents song. And the minute I've said that, I know I can hear you all singing. Let's just remind ourselves of the continents. And these are in order of size. So from the largest continent to the smallest continent, we have Asia. This is Asia up here. And then we have Africa. We have North America. And then we have South America. We have Antarctica, which is along the bottom here. Europe, which is the continent we live in, which is just under the E there. And finally, Australia, which is here. So those are our 7 continents in order of size: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, Australia. And if you draw around those, you can see where the oceans lie. So we have the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, Southern, and we have the Arctic. And then we have the Pacific again. And you remember, well, this was really confusing when it was on a piece of paper, but when we looked at it on the globe, it was because the globe comes back together again. It's a circle, it's a sphere. And so the Pacific Ocean and the Pacific Ocean meet up. There is only one Pacific Ocean. And if you had to tie it with sellotape, it would meet at the back of the world. So these bits in between, these white bits, are the oceans. Now what we're going to do, we enjoyed the mnemonic we made for space and the planets so much that we decided we'd like to make another one of those. So we're going to make one of these mnemonic charts for remembering the continents in order of size. Now, you and I both know that the song is a really good way to remember them, but maybe you don't want to sing the song, or maybe you just want a different way. And seeing as you know the answer anyway, this is a fun thing to be able to do. So Mr. Watkis is going to put the mnemonic sheet in the playlist again for this week, so that you can see it. It's going to be exactly the same as the video he showed you to show how to do the planets. So if you can remember that, then you don't need to watch that one. But if you can't, then it's a way of reminding yourself. You're not going to need all 8 as you did for the planets when you've done that. So you've got 2 choices. You can either cut off that bottom one, or you can use it to put a picture in. And here's what a good one looks like. So we have in order. So Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. And we've taken the first letter of each, like you do in a mnemonic. So we have A, N, S, A, E, A. It's a good thing that we have North America and South America, otherwise it would just be A, E, A, and that wouldn't make for a very much fun mnemonic to make. So here's one that Mr. Watkins came up with. I would say I came up with it, but I'd be lying, and that's not fair. All alligators never swim alone except after dark. And after dark is a bit cheeky because that's actually 2 words. But all alligators never swim alone except after dark. And there's your alligator. I'll show you another one. All animals never spend an evening alone. So create a mnemonic, write it on your piece of paper, and you remember that the top strip comes up so you can see the continent underneath, and then upload your pictures onto Tapestry for us to have a look at. Enjoy your mnemonic.